land. Yes. Okay, that was very, very good. Chandra, Awakened Inferno coming on down. Greetings, everyone. I am glad to be here, and I am glad that you are here. We are going to be playing some land destruction in Historic today, of the Izzet variety this time. We are trying to make use of both Confounding Conundrum and Cleansing Wildfire. When Confounding Conundrum enters the battlefield, draw a card. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your opponent's control, if that player had another land enter under their control this turn, they return a land they control to its owner's hand. So, land comes in for the opponent, nothing happens. Second land comes in, they have to return one of their other lands. Third land comes into the battlefield, they have to return another land. Fourth land, or whatever, right? So, it really slows down the ramp a lot. This doesn't actually destroy any lands at all, but does make it difficult on the opponent to grow faster than they're supposed to. Cleansing Wildfire, on the other hand, 2-mana sorcery, destroy target land. Its controller may search their library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield tapped, shuffle the library. We draw a card. So it's essentially Ghost Quarter, does the same thing, only instead of Ghost Quarter's a land, this just replaces itself with a card. So what we're trying to do here is make use of these, very versatile land hate cards to really kind of slow down some of the nonsense going on in Historic these days. We have some key synergies, namely Ghost Quarter. Normally, destroy a land, its controller can search for a basic land. So they have the same number of lands, we just get to destroy, one of their lands. However, if we have Confounding Conundrum in play, and we destroy one of their lands, that would be the second land entering into their battlefield on their turn, provided they had already made their land drop, right? So now they've got to return one of their lands to the battlefield. So this does actually really pair very, very well with Confounding Conundrum. As well as Crucible of Worlds, allowing us to keep bringing back Ghost Quarter. One of Field of Ruin as well for very, very similar things. One of the other key synergies here, Cascading Cataracts, an indestructible land. Right? So we can now Ghost Quarter our own Cascading Cataracts and go and find a colored source, should we choose to, of either island or mountain variety. And then maybe with Crucible of Worlds, play the Ghost Quarter right back out and continue doing the same thing. Alternatively, we can Cleansing Wildfire our own Cascading Cataracts. And then we would get to, it says destroy it, but of course Cascading Cataracts being indestructible, nothing happens, and we just get to go and find another land, put it on the battlefield, right? And then we also draw a card. Very, very strong. Again, obviously, very key synergy here with Crucible of Worlds. Also, we have a couple Fabled Passages to combo with it as well. Sacrifice Fabled Passage, go find a land. Well, with Crucible of Worlds, we can play it right back out of the graveyard. Play another land, right? We never miss a land drop that way. Also, to combo with Crucible of Worlds, sacrifice Memorial of War. After paying 5 mana, destroy target land. So we can kind of keep destroying our opponent's lands by playing Crucible, or using Crucible of Worlds to play Memorial to War back out of our graveyard. Memorial to Genius as well. Pay 5 mana, sacrifice Memorial to Genius, draw 2 cards. Well, with Crucible of Worlds in play, we can also just cast it right back out. And, or put it, not cast, you don't cast lands, put into play from our graveyard. And then maybe even do the same thing again next turn. As far as how to win the game, we don't have a ton of win conditions. I'm not going to lie to you. Our primary win condition here is just Chandra. We are trying to tick up, make emblems on our opponent's face, and get them. We have a lot of control to support that theme, so Storm's Wraths, Flame Sweeps, Scorching Dragon Fires, Shivan Fires, a couple of Spikefield Hazards, as well as some Magma Sprays to boot. Search for Azcanta to help filter through, and pull from tomorrow to have some card advantage as well. But yeah, we're basically just all in on Chandra. The only notable exception I didn't mention, Bonecrusher Giant, for more control primarily, but also, I mean, technically a backup win condition. If we can hit them with Bonecrusher Giant a time or two, because of them having an empty board after we've done nasty things to their creatures, then it doesn't take nearly as long to kill them with Chandra, Awakened Inferno then. So, can we win? I don't know. Let's find out. We're up against I Vash, and I mean, I guess we're going to keep this. If we pulled up this 6-card hand, we'd be pretty happy with it. Yes, the second Chandra is basically just a mulligan already anyway, but again, I would be very happy with this as a 6-card hand, so I guess there's no reason to go down to 6 when we've already got a hand we're looking for. It is unfortunate our opponent is on Lurrus and on the draw, or I mean on the play. That is absolutely exactly where our opponent wants to be. Murkwater Pathway, yeah, we're going to not fool around. We're just going to Spikefield Hazard this before they have a chance to untap and potentially have counter magic. Opponent does get a Confounding Conundrum, but that's not likely to be very good in this matchup anyway. So, all right. Oop. Search for Azcanta, opponent. Will you allow it? Probably not. Maybe. No. No, they will not. All right. Flame Sleep, not terrible here. Darn it, folks. Yeah, now it's terrible. We are, like, super dead. We don't have any potential recourse to anything. Everything in our life is terrible, and we're going to lose. Or at least that's the way it feels, right? You know. That's not really actually true, but, you know. Well, I mean, we might lose, but I don't think we're consigned to a loss just yet. It just feels really bad. Curious Obsession. Opponent gets in for 2 points of damage, mills over a couple of cards as well, but more importantly for them, draws a card. Boy, oh boy, is that a strong play from our opponent. Gonna add Lurrus to hand, presumably. No, cast an Una's Blackguard. Oh my goodness. Red source, off the top. Red source, off the top, please! Oh my goodness. We are in so much trouble. Yeah. We take all of our damages. Discard a Chandra. Mill a card. Opponent draws a card. Oh my word. Casts another Una's Blackguard. Good grief, folks. Lurrus does not get added to hand? Yeah. We actually need a red source here. Unfortunately, our opponent gets to Lurrus and get things back, but since they didn't add it to hand before, we do have some time. Yeah, we're just going to do this. We need to hit our land drops. But hitting a little more control wouldn't hurt either. Come on, deck. No! That is really unfortunate. Yeah. Opponent going to cast Una's Blackguard, probably? Out of the bin? Soaring Thought Thief. A perfectly reasonable choice. We are going to kill Lurrus. Oh, okay. Get down a Bonecrusher Giant and pass. We're already down to 10 though, right? Like we don't have a lot of time. That said, we do have a lot of really good draws here. And a land is good. We get a Chandra. Non-land cards mean most likely it's going to be. What? I mean, okay, that's fine, I guess. Our opponent looking at this situation. I mean, I definitely think that was premature, but good game anyway. All right, folks, here we are up against Reikiro. Good luck, Reikiro. Yeah, we're on 4 lands. That's not ideal, but, you know. I'm going to go ahead and start on Memorial to War. Our opponent starts on Mountain. Another mountain enters the battlefield. Wow, it's a goblin. Fair enough. Then we will just Confounding Conundrum right now, because we're likely to want to leave up both Shivan Fire and Abrade next turn. But we do want to draw cards and make sure that we can... oh boy. It's a Skirk Prospector. Yep. Wily Goblin gets in for 1. Well, we are 100% just going to Shivan Fire the Skirk Prospector right now. And pass the turn. Opponent has another Goblin Matron, naturally. So going to go and get a Skirk Prospector. Play a land. And get in. Alright. Our turn. I guess we're going to Storm's Wrath then? I wouldn't say I'm, like, excited about this by any means. But if they had plans to run out Amuxus, which they almost certainly did, interrupting that is a good thing. Alright, well. Let's go ahead and Cleansing Wildfire. Draw a brand new card. We do want to make sure to hit our land drops so we can Chandra Awakened Inferno. Next turn, hopefully. Alright. Abrade. Goblin Chieftain. Of course, we've got to do it before Krenko resolves. Otherwise, our opponent gets to use Krenko's ability to make a bunch of dudes and generate a bunch of mana with Skirk Prospector. Or possibly just winning the game, depending on what happens, right? Land. Yes. Okay, that was very, very good. Chandra Awakened Inferno coming on down. We are going to -3 sweep that sweet, sweet board. Yes, please. Pass the turn over back to Ray Kiro. Good luck, Ray Kiro. Not that good of luck. All right, you may stop. Don't do more. Oh, thank heavens. Okay. All right, she is reaching her boiling point. We're going to go ahead and play a Riverglide Pathway. Crank Chandra up for an emblem here. Okay, Conspicuous Snoop coming on down. Alright, I guess we're just going to kill the Goblin Chieftain then. Don't want them to have too much mana. Also, don't want to lose our Chandra like that. We're kinda... Yeah, alright, so let's pull from tomorrow, x equals 3. That one. Alright, so we're going to start with Ghost Quarter your untapped mountain. If they do, they lose their matron here. But if they don't, they go down a land. Okay, sure. Valley Veteran. Fine. Yeah, let's just... sweep, I guess. Really need to keep them off of the... whatever his name is, in their hand. Fabled Passage, gonna crack, go and grab a red source, I guess. Chandra Awakened Inferno, number 2. And of course, straight up for Chandra Awakened Inferno. Opponent, pair of emblems on the face. That's 2 damage. Volley Veteran. Passes. We're gonna just Magma Spray that fella right now. Sure enough. Abrade? That's decent interaction. Just keep going up here. 3 emblems. Folks, this is a rather precarious situation, no question, but we're making headway, right? Crater Maker, all right. Pass. Memorial to Genius, gonna be cracked. Draw a couple magic cards. Search for Azcanta and Bonecrusher Giant. All right. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, we're just going to keep going up, folks. I think we're going to hold on to all of our interaction here. I would love to get down a Search for Azcanta, but to be flatly honest, I'm afraid they're going to get something really good and potentially be able to kill us. Goblin Matron, that's a start. That is a really good card. Another Skirk Prospector. Is that number 3? 1, 2. 3. No, that's the 4th one. All right. And we got him! Feels good, folks. Thank heavens. We got... All right, folks. Here we are up against Ninja Monkeys. Good luck, Ninja Monkeys. And yeah, I think this hand is good. Not amazing or legendary or anything like that, but I think the hand gives us some ways of interacting, and we like that. We're going to go ahead and bolt this bird without a second thought. Do not want Ninja Monkeys getting off to a crazy start here. Second Forest added to the battlefield, and just a Scavenging Ooze. That's the play. Well. Yep. We're going to Abrade that Scavenging Ooze. We do need a 3rd land here. Please, deck. Don't be like that. Oh, thank heavens. Okay. All right, good news. Good news. Then we're going to go ahead and Abrade the Marwyn. Oh, maybe that was wrong. I guess maybe we were supposed to Bone Crush it. The Abrade does 1 more damage and can destroy potential, whatever that artifact is, should that end up being a thing that they do. Alright, well, let's Crucible so that we can play a Spikefield Cave out of our graveyard and not miss a land drop. I think that's actually pretty important. Opponent gets in for 3. Passes? Alright, we're going to force our opponent to go for it right now. Collected Company. So then we're going to kill the Elvish Clancaller right now, so that hopefully our Flame Sweep will be good enough for next turn. Alright, Elvish Visionary draws a card. Yep. Opponent can go and get a Forest. Not great news for us, but not the end of the world. We really wanted to draw land there, folks. That was the main reason we went for the Cleansing Wildfire. We could have held on to the Flame Sweep for a period of time here, but that did not wind up being a thing that was advantageous for us. Okay, well, this is good. Yeah, the Flame Sweep likely to be very, very good here. Darn it, folks. We really needed a land. All right. We're not going to get greedy about it. We're just going to kill those things right now. Because our opponent does have the Paradise Druid. We can't respond to a land drop. Land. Please land. Oh, we got him. All right. Feels good. I do think we were in really good shape there. With the Pulp from tomorrow, we were going to hit our land drop. And then once we got to Chandra, I don't think Ninja Monkeys would ever be able to come back. They clearly agree. This is likely, you know, maybe even just a land, but likely nothing, you know. So once the Chandra hits, like, we just get out of control. We have sweeps on, you know, on demand, and we even have a backup Chandra for in case things do truly get out of hand. Yeah, so dead to rights, yeah, whether our opponent knew it or not. So good game, opponent, good game. All right, folks, we're back here looking at the deck, and I'm not going to lie. This one was a little bit of a slog. We're going to edit out a bunch of the losses there, maybe even all of them, because I can't actually put my stamp of approval on this deck if you are looking to be competitive. There were quite a few losses there where we just didn't really do anything. It's quite possible we want to change around the order of the deck. Maybe we want some more win conditions for when we're really stalling the game out. But, like, particularly, like, in the mono black, or mono brown matchups and stuff, even though they don't have any basics. So we're ghost quartering away and bringing back our ghost quarter to just destroy all their lands and stuff. They have so many mana rocks. You know, you would think the 4 Abrades would help with that. They didn't really help with that. There just aren't enough of them. So maybe we could be a Fae of Wishes deck, perhaps, and then go to the sideboard and get really, really powerful options against specific decks. So specifically, again, in the mono brown matchup, just we could have a Karn the Great Creator in the sideboard, right? And then opponents can't activate their artifacts, abilities of artifacts, stuff like that. Maybe that could be a direction you go. But I can say it was fun to play. When it started going off, it really did crazy things. So there is that. That said, if you have ideas that might make this deck actually playable, let me know down below and tell me how you feel about some of these cards we have. Maybe I've made some wrong decisions. Maybe the Cleansing Wildfire was just too greedy. Something like that. You know, just let me know what you have to say. That said, I'll see you later. Have a nice night.